Gone are the days of labor-intensive, time-consuming and expensive inspections. You can now use drones on your solar farms to conduct inspections faster, safer and more effective than ever before. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk a little bit about how you can achieve drone excellence on your solar farm. Let's start with the planning. I don't think I need to emphasize any more, but planning is the most key aspect of it. So I'm going to leave it at that. But what I do have a tip for you is gridding and segmenting. Gridding and segmenting your solar plant is going to be key to your operations. It helps you both on and off the field. When you're planning, it lets you maximize drone coverage without overworking your drone. And one specific benefit that we enjoy is that when you have separated grids and segments of the entire plant, you can plan and fly multiple drones at the same time without the risk of them getting into close proximity with each other. And finally, this comes in clutch, especially when processing. If you have your grids and segments according to how the plant does it, then when you're processing, you don't have to take the added step of segregating your data according to how maybe the plant manager segregates it. Now all you have to do is generate the report, and it's already according to how the client or even your maintenance crew will be able to understand it. Next, when you're on the field, this is something you have to keep in mind. When you're shooting orthomosaics, you keep the drone's gimbal nadir to the ground. Now the concept is the same, you keep it there for enhanced accuracy, but now you have to be nadir to the tilt of the solar panel. So if the solar panel is like this, you want to be nadir to it or perpendicular to it. So this angle is really important, and that's what's going to give you the accuracy. Next up, let's talk about using an irradiance meter or just checking with the command center what the irradiance level is. Now here in UAE, we don't really have to worry about that often. We don't experience heavy cloud cover all that much, but it's still a good idea to ensure that the irradiance level is above 600 watts per meter square. As long as you're above that level, you're good to go. You can fly your drone and capture effective data. Next, let's talk about verifying data on the field. Now this is more on a general note, but it obviously applies to solar inspections as well. There's nothing worse than going back to the office and realizing that you're going to have to refly and capture data because it's either not valid or it doesn't cover everything or it's not the right accuracy. So we suggest you verify your data on field after your flight every time, and this is going to save you a lot of headaches down the line. Next, you want to make sure that the solar panels are as clean as they can be. Dirt, grime, algae growth and even bird droppings can skew the data that you find and maybe not provide the proper accuracy. So to make sure that the data you capture is accurate and effective, you'll want the solar panels clean before your inspection. Now the next point ties into why we don't use fixed wing drones for our solar panel inspections. When you're flying with a multi-rotor even, you want to make sure that you're flying at a slower pace. This ensures that there is less interference from the wind and the data that you capture is as accurate as it can be. And finally, we're going to talk about the most dreaded aspect of solar farm inspections, processing. Now, depending on the size of the farm or the number of anomalies that you find, this can take days to weeks. And especially if you're inspecting a solar plant for commissioning, you know that you're going to find about maybe even 1 million. We found more than 1 million faults in the job we did recently. So when you're processing the data manually, you open yourself up to errors, you're going to spend a lot of time, and at the end of the day, you're going home with a massive headache. What we were thankful for is Irradiance Verticality Solar Solution, which is an AI-powered platform which sifts through the data for you and just gives you ready-made reports depending on the severity and action points. So the Irradiance Verticality solution shaved off our weeks of headaches into just 2 to 3 days of waiting. So get yourself a robust processing solution and you will thank yourself for it. Well, I hope you found those tips and tricks beneficial. If you want to find out more on how drones can help your operations, or even how to integrate drones into your operations, hit us up, email us, call us, or even text us through our website. That's it from me. I'll see you next time, and don't forget to subscribe.